Hey guys, a request here. Found a new training spot for the Self Amulet because Barret Spectres are undead since Ankus are kind of sketchy in all the places that they exist, and the Yanel skeletons are commonly camped. So I'm gonna train here and stock up on some herbs. Hey guys, shout out to Power Zerk. You may have recognized him from the past, but coming in with a donation of Dragon Bones. Oh my god, 79. Holy shit, that is a lot. Thank you, bro. And he's even going to offer to protect me at Ecto. That's great. Alright, guys, and with this last bone here, we're done grinding up all the bones that were donated to me by Power Zerk. It was an awesome, unexpected donation, and I'm still quite thankful. Let's see where this gets us. And we're topped off at level 63 prayer. Hey guys, managed to get some papaya seeds for super cheap, and coming in with a milestone of 75 farming for magic trees. Pretty close to being able to grow my own dwarf weed. 79 is really all I need, and then I can stop planting the tree seeds. Well, it looks like the time has come to elk these Torag's hammers. It's a nice little cash stack, though. Oh, that turned out to be a pretty decent inventory of herbs from Spectres. Got 82 defense now. Quick update on the safety deposit box. Finally got that leaf-bladed battle axe. Cost 900k about, a little bit under 8 something. But yeah, I got a lot less risk now, so I'm going to go back to Barrows with my level 82 defense. The tank ability should help quite a bit some. Last time I was there, it was only 70 defense, so should get a couple more chests per trip, in theory. Ooh, an Aram staff. That's actually really, really good. I'm still going to do another chest, though, because I am ballsy. Oh dear, that guy's back. Yep, he's on me. And I'm gone. Well, since Barrows is camped out, I decided to get back on that Slayer grind. Got that task of Greater Demons that I'm working on. Just hit 94 ranged, almost to the max hit. Then at 96, I think I'll stop and just work on straight defense. And if I get 99 defense, then I'll work on 99 range too. But I think defense is more important. Alright, and that task is all finished. One more task and I get a big chunk of points from Willie Slayer. Well, it looks like we got ourselves a hard clue scroll that we can do. I think I'm going to try this real quick before I finish this task and also cash in this emblem over in Edgeville. I'm going to try and save up for the rune pouch so I can telegrab with one inventory space again. Alright guys, it looks like we got the casket right here. Let's go to the bank and open this up. Alright, now the best thing I've ever gotten from a hard clue in a tournament was Ancient D'hide Boots, which was absolutely amazing. That's best in slot range, just under Ranger and Pegasian, yeah, right, that's going to happen in Deadman. I don't know who that is he's asking about. Anyway, let's pop open this clue and see if we can top some Ancient D'hide boots. Blue dragon mask and an ancient page. That's a lot of runes, so interesting loot. Good news about the ancient page, though, is it's a useless item that pushes everything down a notch, so I risk one less item now. Alright, well, finished up that green dragon task, got a chaos druid task, which I didn't think was possible, and right here we have 76 herb lore, so I can now boost to stamina potions, one of the most expensive potions in the game right now. And I have a lot of super energy. I have these, and these. I split them all up into different stacks, so none of them would be risked on death. Part of like your item management strategy for your bank wealth. Alright, I've got a pretty sketchy journey ahead of me. I've got to make 2 stops, one over at the Heroes Guild to charge this glory, and the other at the Birthropes Games Room. Now, in seasonals, you don't want to do what I'm doing right now, which is going through North Valley Gate, because a lot of times there's clans camped right out here trying to catch people. And in the tournament, there's just not that many players on the server, so you don't really have to worry about certain areas as much as you do in seasonals. But in seasonals, I would never take this route. I'd go around with the wall. Even sometimes early tournament, using this route is really sketchy, but at this stage in the game, it's very unlikely that there'll be someone there until around like the permadeath stage preparations, aka the final hour. They don't call it that anymore though, but yeah, that time of the game. Wow, there's actually someone down here training at Blue Dragons. He looks like pretty juicy loot too. That's interesting. I hope he's not a clan member. I could very well get ambushed on my way out of here. That's slightly sketchy because in order to do heroes you have to have a partner, and he's not my partner, which means there's at least one other person that did heroes. And I've seen multiple people buying full black armor at the Grand Exchange, so it's likely there's a small clan of people that have this quest done, so I've got to be very careful and alert. But there is the glory charged. Now let's go get these amylase crystals. My god, that's like free mystic though. I think that dude's famous though, Lord No Life. That seems like a memorable name or a familiar name. Alright, this area is extremely sketchy. A lot of people like to PK around the Warriors Guild because there's not really any escapes out here. But it looks like we're in the clear. I'll close all doors behind me just to slow anyone down. And it looks like we're all good. I'm going to swap some of these out for a real teleport so I don't waste a tab. And I might get more amylase crystals in the future. I'd have to do some agility though. Alright, so that 100 amylase crystals didn't stretch very far at all. It only got me 1 inventory. But just for curiosity's sake, let's see what one of these insta sells for. 20k on the insta sell. So they're worth at least that. Alright, there's 20 construction. I can now move my house to Palm Vinch and get some more marks of grace for those stamina potions. Alright guys, coming in with the very first mark of grace since I've started training agility again. Many more to come. Well, 9 more to come. Coming in with level 75 agility. Still need 1 more mark. I'm not going to get a full 10 because I just remembered I have a spot saver in the bank, and this is taking a little longer than expected. Alright, and here's the last of the agility content with the last mark of grace that I need. I'm going to complete this lap and then teleport out of here and go cash in these marks with that last one in the bank and make some more stamina potions and make some bank. Alright, let's test and see if there's still PKers over at Barrows. I don't know why that guy is on me of all the people there. He goes straight for me. It's like I'm being targeted. What the hell? Alright, inside this chest we have our standard loot. I don't know what that guy is trying to do over there. Interesting enough. Scrolled by the chest. I think he's just waiting it out. We'll go over here to tab. Wow, none of that got recorded. I just went on the biggest rant. Anyway, I've been up for 24 hours. I'm starting to fuck shit up. I missed a lot of good clips because I wasn't. I thought it was recording. I thought we were rolling, but had a pretty cool escape. Pretty long borrows run there. We're up to how many? 71 borrows chests. We've only gotten the 4 items so far, so we're a little dry. Started out strong, but it's been grinding down. Okay, so basically what happened is I had a Windows update, and for some reason that reset a lot of my audio stuff to the default position. I don't know why it would do that, but it did that, and my webcam mic wasn't the default mic for some reason. The Windows update changed it to that, so I don't have any audio at all for these next few clips. So I'm just going to briefly go through what exactly happened. So I ended up getting a magic seed, and I wanted to have an antidote plus plus for the final hour. So what I'm doing here is getting the level requirement to chop some magic trees so that I can grow the magic tree, which I already have the farming level for. Then I'm going to dig up the roots and use the roots to make the anti-fire potion. And in between, I've been doing some farm runs here and there, getting in some fights along Catherby on some of them, but not this particular trip. I didn't always record them though, because farm runs are pretty boring usually. Really been going through a lot of food at Barrows, and I've been training my defense up at Abbey Spectres with the South Amulet E. After going through Tarn's Lair, I figured these would be the best thing to train on, and then using that donation of Dragon Bones that Power Zerk gave me to get up to level 70 prayer. And that's right, Power Zerk gave me a donation of 69 Dragon Bones. And a little while later, he ends up selling me another 100. And that's what got me to the level 70 prayer. And then back to Spectres coming in with some pre-recorded commentary of the eventual, there it is, 92 defense. And then I did some more borrows, been doing a lot of borrows, and I've been hearing about people getting disqualified in the Clanchat as well. Coming in with chest number 97, been on one hell of a dry streak, and I don't know, I feel like I might have been able to do something better in my time had I not been focusing on the RNG of Barrows. I could have been focusing Slayer this time and have max melee like Mika does or something like that. But instead I've been spending time getting supplies to play this minigame in order to get good loot, and I'm on a major dry streak. And we're in the triple digit amount of chests now. 102. Did a random PK, which I opened up in order to find that absolute trash because the guy was muling, even though he's farming snapdragons and toadflax, which are worth like 30k an herb. And these PKers at Barrows just kept on camping at the spot, so I decided to bring some of my extra brews over and just sort of mess around a little bit. Waste some of their supplies. Since I have so many extra supplies, I figured why not use up some of their supplies. They might be trying to PK for supplies or something. And now that I got my 90 defense, I'm not too scared of these guys. I just gotta be careful with my HP so that I don't get specced out all of a sudden. But couple of these PKers I made run, which made it so that the clan could come back to Barrows because I was starting to clear them out. I'd just show up wearing my Ivan staff and then they'd attack me. I didn't even have to skull or worry about it. And then I brought the myth seeds with me this time. He's like, oh, what the hell? And then I go down and, yep, that's his Torag there, but he's running over to Varric because that's his guy. And you see, these guys aren't looking for a fight. These people like Juice and all these other guys here, Angry Bolter, and they're just looking to rag, it seems. Like, if you fight them back, they just run away. So, just a little tip for you there. Bring some gear and fight them back, and as soon as they sip 2 doses of brew and eat a food, they're going to panic and dip out because they seem to scare pretty easy, these PKers at Barrows. So after that, I just ended up doing some more Barrows chests, and let's see what we end up getting. Well, didn't get anything that trip, but coming back over, there is Juice again, and he's on me right away. I got my ranged on long range, not on accident this time, but actually out of strategy so that I can prayer flick the hits a little bit. Like, if you watch carefully, he knows what the speed of a crossbow is. However, mine's not a 5-tick crossbow, it's a 6-tick crossbow, which is slightly slower, which off hits it so that we're not attacking each other on the same tick, which means that I can do a defensive prayer and then switch over to smite. I'm failing at it epically as I'm commentating this right now, but a few times I do manage to pull it off. Also, we're at the point in the game where these Dragonstone bolts cost around 30k each. I got a lot of them for 10 and 11k each, but yeah, 30k each is a roundabout price, so he doesn't have any of these, and even if he did, I'm anti-fired up already. That maul, honestly, could have been a KO right there, but I was pretty lucky. And at this point, we're starting to dip into the brews, and I'm starting to get some of those smite combos in, and he's starting to freeze me, and there I go with the mithril seeds, and that makes it so that he can't teleport right away as well. So he's starting to panic a little bit, it looks like, trying to get that freeze in, because he knows that I can out DPS him at this point. That, or he just doesn't want to sip his brews. So I sit here and I fight him for a little bit longer, and then he goes in for that refreeze, trying to get me to change so he can get that 30-second freeze on me, and then he walks right as I plant, but that's okay. And that was a nice move by him there, getting the hit in right as I go to plant. And then pretty soon I'm going to be able to get a nice smite hit in on him, but it's a 0. And there's an 18 with the smite up. There's another smite, that's a big hit. 15 with the smite. And then he's going to his tunnel already. See, he didn't want to sip his restore or something. He didn't want to waste the money to pray up. So I go over and I start picking up my dragon bolts because these are like 30k each, and I'm not just going to leave them on the ground because that's literally like 120k in bolts. It was just chilling on the ground there from that fight. And then I end up also making this guy run away too, this Matt Dayplug or something like that. And the flowers go the wrong way here, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, same story as with Juice. As soon as they get a real fight, they just run away. And then I see Juice, and I could have chose to fight him, but I actually decided to tally out right then and there because I don't know what else he grabbed at the bank in case he grabbed something to counteract my lack of switches and gear in place of food and perhaps anti-fire potions. If I was him, I would have sipped an anti-fire, so I'm guessing he just wasted a sip of that. And I own the market on those right now, and those are around 20 to 30k each, so there's that. Then I decided to go about doing this hard clue scroll. Super sketchy location for it as well, because I could just get one hit by myself out here in multi, but I managed to find the spot. Somebody was out here taking the sapphires off the top of the mound, so I was extremely nervous out here. And then I wasted Dragonstone Bolt on the spider. And then the next one's pretty easy to do. It's just in the gnome course. And just like that, we have the casket. But it's junk inside, so that kind of blows. In the last few minutes, or hours rather I should say, before the final hour, here I am chopping trees, hoping to get level 75 woodcutting so that I can make my antidote plus, which will be able to protect me from poison for the majority of the permadeath stage, if not the entirety of it. And I've got all the other ingredients needed for it. It's just an irit and coconut milk. And just like that, we got the antidote plus. So we got tank legs and a tank helm, but no Varrock skirt, unfortunately. We'll have to go with the Torag. So I'll be more likely to get frozen, which kind of blows. So I'll be more likely to be praying mage. If I had the Varrox, then I'd probably get a Dragonhide shield instead of the Ruined Kite and then just pray range the whole time because I'd be likely to get splashed on. Well, see you guys in the final hour, which is going to be its own separate video being uploaded right after this, and then following that I plan to make a Deadman seasonal series where I go for the goal of Quest Cape.